How's it going, fam? Welcome back to Erica's EDC, and today we're doing some knife testing. We've got the M4 DAGGER out today, and I wanted to film some cardboard cutting and some other testing just to see how it does. These are dropping on Friday. We have a couple available. High hardness M4, 64 to 65 HRC. So I figured it would be cool to get some of the use on camera. This is literally just a giant version of the Dart, which is a huge hit. This one is in 8670, and I put a screaming edge on it. Super reflective. This was really fun to work with on the stones. I will do some more content on that. But I also have some other M4 out here that's at a little bit of a lower hardness. I have some BGM, M4 at 62 HRC, I think. So I just want to see if there's kind of any difference in use between the higher hardness stuff and the more like mainstream heat treat. It's kind of hard to find M4 at like 64, 65, unless you really do go custom, or Spyderco. They do a pretty good job. But I'm just going to see if there are any differences in use. Obviously, geometry does come into play here. However, this is 8 to 10 thou BTE, and so is this one. So they're pretty comparable. But we're just going to play around, really. This is not like scientific. It's not really doing anything other than having fun. So, I have some really thick cardboard here. I think I'm gonna bring you guys down a little bit, and we're just gonna see how this moves through. And I have been using this all week, which you can probably see some of the staining and stuff. That's not rust. I think that's blood from the dog food, but there is some patina forming, which is really cool. Love M4 for that reason. It's also super tough, has great edge retention. It's just a really cool, fun steel. So we're gonna see how she does with some testing here. Just turn you guys a little bit. Make sure you don't fall off on my bench. Okay. Ooh, it's like a zipper. Oh, wow. Yeah, that literally zips right through. It's pretty thin blade stock too, 3/32, I'm pretty sure. Also, sorry if the audio quality is not really the best. It's pretty windy and cold here today, and I don't have a microphone. So it goes through like butter. Oh, I caught a fish. Hold on, guys. I caught a fish. Goes through like butter. Geometry feels great on this, even though it's not really it doesn't have a lot of blade height. So on the mini spade here, you can see how much blade height we have on that, which can give you an optional thinning, right? So this is double hollow ground, which means that, you know, you start off with this pretty thick stock. John does a double hollow grind on it, and it, you know, thins out to about 10 thou BTE, just like this. This is thinner. So, yeah, this is cutting very well for kind of like a more pokey, stabby knife. But it moves through really, really nicely. Awesome. Love that. Give me 1 second here. We're making a mess. All right, so the diagonal cuts, again, just like butter, Really, really nice. Just razor sharp. I'm gonna bring in the spade here for comparison. And I've never used this, by the way. I have not used this knife yet. So it's the factory edge. So I do feel like this particular knife just maybe has a little bit more trouble doing the diagonal cuts and stuff, even though it thins out. It's double hollow ground and it does thin out behind the edge really nicely, but I think up here, this kind of wedge area, see how it's almost like a wedge? I think that's getting caught in the cardboard. Now this is nothing against this knife at all. This is kind of like a big, hefty, like beater type knife. But it's interesting how you have more blade height on this one, but it actually doesn't really move through the material easier per se. Yeah, you definitely got to put a little more effort in. It's fine, but I do feel like the Dagger actually moves through a little bit easier if I didn't get caught on the, there we go. Yeah, I think this zips through a little bit better, for sure. But that's nothing against this one. They're two totally different beasts here. Let me see how the normal size dart does. Yeah, that just that just zips right through, man. The dart is a very cool little knife. Really capable for how tiny it is. So this one does just fine with that. They both seem to move through cardboard with ease. Still got a lot of bite there too. That feels good. Let's check the edge here. Still razor sharp. Awesome. Just trying to make sure nothing blows away, guys. It is really windy here. I'm gonna do some other cuts. And like I said, this is literally kind of just for fun. Just to see how it moves through, because what it really boils down to is M4 is an awesome steel. When you have it this hard, it's gonna hold an edge like crazy. This is more or less almost testing the design, really, just feeling how it is, you know, moving through different media. A lot of people, for some reason, enjoy cutting cardboard. I don't at all. Like, I don't find it really fun or anything, but a lot of people like to, so I'm just seeing how it feels with that very general task. Cool. See how it does going through the foam. If you ever need to cut foam, okay, that was actually a really dumb idea because it just exploded. Oh boy. Okay, well, if you ever need to cut styrofoam, there you go. Goes through just fine. I was kind of wishing that there were like some staples or something for me to hit with this, just so we could test some edge stability. I wonder if there's something I'm looking around here to see if there's something I can whack to test the edge stability. Give me a second, guys. This is totally off the cuff too, really. I need like something metal, like a nail or something to hit. Not hard, because I don't want to ruin the knife, but I kind of want to replicate like if you were to hit a staple or something. I'm looking for like a nail popping out of the wood or something here. There's got to be something, right? This might be dumb, but I have a metal, like, what is this called? A trellis, I think? This is gonna be stupid. But, yeah, okay, so hold on. That would do some damage. So we're gonna just, okay, also real quick, being able to finally air dry my jeans after washing them because it's finally nice out. Very exciting. Okay. This is stupid. Don't ever do this at home. I don't have anything to like replicate hitting a staple in cardboard. So I think I'm just gonna whack this metal thing. Kind of like how you would if you were moving through cardboard quick and, you know, hit a staple or something. This is dumb. Don't do this at home. And knife, I'm sorry. Doesn't feel like anything happened. Doesn't look like anything happened. Let's go check on paper. I don't think you would really be hitting a staple any harder than that moving through cardboard. So let's see what it did on paper, if anything. But that's made out of like metal, steel, some sort of something. All right, let's see if we got any damage with that. Doesn't feel like it. No, I don't see a single reflection. And it's moving through really nicely still. Like not a single hiccup that I'm feeling. Yeah, okay. So wow, that's kind of impressive actually, because like I said, this is 64 to 65 HRC. Super thin stock. 8 thou BTE. I wouldn't imagine that during your EDC you would be whacking a metal pole. But if you hit a staple with this in cardboard processing, apparently it's completely fine. So that's kind of neat. Cool. I definitely also feel right out the gate that this one has a little more bite than this one. Now, I don't know if that has anything, that's probably more or less just like edge angle and shit like that, but it does feel a little more bitey on this one than the other one, for what that's worth. Also, sorry about the kids screaming. They just got out of school and they like to yell. So yeah, this is definitely, yeah, it's nice. It feels great moving through cardboard, like it goes through with ease. During my testing so far, also, this has just been an awesome tool to use. It's moving through all the material that I cut through really nicely. Still has a crazy amount of bite, super, super sharp. Pretty dang stainless. And like I said, that's not rust, that's just blood from the dog food. And it could probably be cleaned up. But I will also say, this is an interesting point that I've noticed. M4 is not a stainless steel. And I have noticed that at a higher hardness, it seems more stain resistant, at least from my experience. So I'm gonna try to catch this on camera. See all that rust? That is literally just from sitting in a box, because I've never used this. So all that rust right there is just from sitting in a box, okay? However, the higher hardness one, and remember this is 62 HRC, the higher hardness one, 64 to 65, I've been putting it in the Kydex sheath right here with obviously blood on it and juices and stuff from the dog food, and I don't think we have a single speck of rust or anything on here. No pitting, nothing. Just some grime. So that's interesting to me. I thought it would be the other way around. I thought that at a higher hardness, it would maybe lose a little bit of that corrosion resistance, but it seems the opposite, because this one, like I said, this is the first time that I'm using it, and it just, you can just see it's speckled with little tiny pits of rust in there. Isn't that interesting? So, this will patina for sure. I think it's just going to take a little bit more time maybe, but the design feels incredible in use. It truly does. It fits the hand perfectly. The jimping is really nice and aggressive, not like rip your fingers apart aggressive, but you can definitely feel it. This handle is super comfy, like very filling in the hand. If that was an issue that you had with the original Dart, this should make you happy, because the Dart is super slim. This one feels really nice though, much more of like a full-size real knife. Still super pokey, just like the Dart, but very, very capable. I also would say if you were to carry this as an EDC and or self-defense tool, I think it would be more than capable. It's very pokey, and in like a reverse grip, it's kind of neat because Levi brings the butt end up and around like that, so it's a perfect platform for your thumb if, hypothetically speaking, you were doing a motion like that. It kind of just falls into your hand like really naturally for that kind of movement. The little guy does too, and you can wrap your pinky in that choil and it just naturally, it just flows. This one does too, for your pinky to fall in there. You get a really good grip that doesn't feel like the knife is going to move around on you. Again, not what this was intended for, but if you're gonna have a tool on you, sometimes it's nice to have a tool that can do multiple jobs. So these two both definitely kind of have that on the back burner of like if you needed to, you know, whereas something a little more clunky like this, it's not, you know, it's kind of like digging somebody's eyes out with a shovel, with a spade shovel. It's literally called the spade. So this is kind of like coming after somebody with a 2x4. You'd probably be better off smacking them over the head with this hunk of chunk than something like this. I love John's work, by the way. I love the mini spade. This is just a beast of a knife. This is the mini spade, by the way. It's the mini version, but just an absolute beast. This is something more for me, like that I would play around with outside and break down some wood and whatever. It's not as nimble as the other two, but a really great knife. That's kind of all I had for you guys. Was I just wanted to show you how it moves through the most common generic material that people cut. I think, like I said, you know, whacking that metal trellis over there, I think that's going to be more than what you would do cutting a box and accidentally hitting like a copper staple. Whatever that is way harder than a copper staple. So it didn't do anything to the edge that I'm seeing at all, and it moved through paper like nothing happened. So you should be good all around, but I just wanted to kind of show that to you guys, and I think that's it. 20 minutes in, I gotta go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that, but we are dropping daggers this Friday. They will have black G10 pins, not orange. We ran out of the orange, so black G10. Otherwise, they're gonna be, you know, the same. I will link Levi down below, and I think that's kind of it. Yeah. Go use your shit. Learn how to sharpen your knives. I'll see you on the next video, fam. I love you so much. Take care.